So here's the thing. I could now rob the shopkeeper if I want. But I don't want to. Should I take the whale oil away to prevent them from doing it? I mean, I don't really owe the shopkeeper anything, but it's odd. We shared a moment. I should stop talking to them. I should just go in, rob them, then talk to them and feel awful about robbing them after the fact. I should be careful dropping this stuff. Oh. Okay. I'm wondering if I can tell the shopkeeper about the robbery that was about to be attempted. But I'm also thinking I'd like to store...
The situation... Welcome back.
You're welcome. Whale oil!
I'm glad to see you well.
You see, yeah, me too. Right. Okay, I can't talk to you about it. I'd like to tell you...
anything worth buying?
Well, it's not that. I'd like to tell you about a robbery that was going on, and I'd like to... Well, I'd like to actually sell you some whale oil, but I'm not sure you want to buy it. Which is a shame, because I think you would be better off if there was a severe absence of whale oil in this neighbourhood. Yes, you do. I'm hoping this kind of makes up for the incident with the other shopkeeper. Like, buys me a little good karma, so to speak. I mean, I know nobody knows it was me. I'm hoping the guy didn't actually get a good glimpse of me. I mean, he turned around and I hit him in the throat and then choked him. And I'm hoping he just saw a blur. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, look, here you go. 2 canisters of whale oil.
Come in, my friend. Always a delight to see you.
See, this is why I'm glad I didn't rob you.
You know, I sleep in the shop most nights. The city's not safe.
That is true. That is very, very true. Right. Okay, so I've got my rewire tool. I still haven't tried to get over there. I sort of feel like I'm morally obliged to at least try. Although I suspect it's not going to happen. I really do. Okay. Can I get from here? I sort of assumed it would be better to get it from there. Okay. Now I can actually get on that side. Oh god, am I going to fall to my horrible death? Okay, get ready to turn around and far reach back if it all goes wrong. Ooh, it's going wrong! Okay. The world went black and white for a second as I was falling. Was that the actual... Okay, cool. It actually does work, but I think I need to be falling quite fast before the tool, the power kicks in. The slow down time kicks in. Whew. Okay, at least we know it works. At least we know it works. And we also know we're not getting up there. I thought I'd stop on that ledge. I thought that ledge would slow me down or stop me. Whew. Okay. Well, that was fun. I do hope there's a way I can get to those bone charms eventually. So you know what you should be doing right now is focusing. You see, there's a bone charm over there, bone charm and rune over there, and more importantly, there's a bunch of guards all around here. I'd like to get the high ground, but I can't remember what was up there. And that could be the dumbest maneuver ever. Can I even get up? Oh, okay. ready to drop. Okay, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I should probably have paid slightly more attention when I was scoping the place out as to... Is that... Am I hearing a guard? Can I take one of the guards out and reduce the number of people wandering around here? That would be kind of useful, wouldn't it? How many guards do we have? We got the one that stays there permanently. We got one that's walking around. We got the one that's in there. I could swear I heard someone walking underneath me. Well, I've not heard any footsteps return, and these guys are pretty much doing the same route non-stop. Now, I'm trying to get over there now. There is a bone charm over there. And there was a balcony. Not totally sure the best way to get over there. I mean, I could go back, although now that I'm looking at it, it doesn't look particularly... Okay, I am thinking... Can I get...
Of course I can read. What does he think? I'm stupid?
Okay, no.
I know all my letters and then some.
Can I get up there? Okay, what? Branches. Okay. No, I... Oh, I can get up. I am not getting up on spikes. Okay, what have we got?
Something's gotta give.
Something's gotta give. Something's gotta give. I can drop down there. I really want to get up there. There's just... There is no... Where, oh, what's that? What the hell is that on top of? That... Is that on top of the tree? Okay, that would be bad. That would be monumentally bad. I think we drop down and see about taking the floor route at this point, because the high ground does not seem to be totally brilliant. Just make sure there isn't someone about to look. Okay, no. Alright. Let's do it. Okie dokie. Okay, we got... Oh. Got a guard. Is he coming this way? All the way this way? Is that the guy that's... No, there's a guy wandering there. Right, so... There he is. So... He can be seen by probably the guy in there and the guy there. If I use a sleep dart on him... Is he, okay, no, he... Right, is he patrolling this area? Is that what he's doing? He's just patrolling backwards and forwards on here. That's going to be a bit of a problem. Oh. Oh, okay. I think he goes... All right. Okay, we've got... We have got... Get away in here. Where is he? This is not... Okay. Am I safe here? That's the big question. Oh, God. sees me, we just shoot him with this and hope like hell.
Gotta keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss. Oh, that kiss.
Where is he? Where? Is that him? Okay. Maybe I can crawl through the grass here. Oh, shh.
What was that?
Okay. Stay still. Stay still. Sure. Oh, he's there, he's there, he's there. He's there. Nothing. Where does he go? That right, that's the guy. Okay, so he's just going backwards and forwards here. Got it, got it, got it.
Hagfish. River crust is more likely. Someone's there?
Nope,
Let's see. What was it?
nothing. Just go, 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 go.
You won't get away!
Oh, really? Why not? Why not? Why won't I get away? Why can't I get away?
Let me guess. That's her. I'll find her.
Okay, I got away, I think. Tripwire. Oh my.
Wherever you are.
Oh my god.
You can't stay hidden forever.
I'm gonna do my best.
I'm bored. Someone should have come through already.
Hush. You'll tip off the mark.
How long we gonna wait for some lost aristocrat to stumble through?
Long as it takes. You want to eat, right?
Maybe this ain't such a good spot for an ambush.
Guards shaking people down. More blood flies this year.
Okay, we got a bunch of killers.
Just ain't walking the streets anymore.
Getting hard to make a decent living.
Gonna do everyone a favor if I just. Yes, indeed. Okay. Howler. Okay, I'm guessing that automatically does you. Have you not noticed your friend is missing? Really? Okay, well, that's interesting. Oh, I tell you what. This is going to sound kind of twisted, but I've not done this yet. I've not done this yet. Oh my god. If I carry it, do I have to carry both bits of his body? Oh my god. Oh, I'm such a terrible person because I had way too much fun doing that. Okay, what have we got here? Disarming loot. Incendiary bolts. Nice. Incendiary bolts. Don't I have max now? 4. Don't I have a bone charm that gives me extras? When I pick, probably only when it's certain types of things, right? Let's have a look. Assassin's Fortune. Yeah, +1. It's got to be packs, probably. Oh, alright then. You know what? Don't complain. Don't complain. I'm running low on power. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty squishy, wasn't it? Okay. Right. So. Done my good deed for the day. You know, my good deed involving... Oh, okay. I don't know why I'm that worried. Okay. Oh, no, do not... I was about to try and jump up there. That would have been... painful. It's electrified. So this is... Okay. Who's...
What's going on? Over here!
Okay. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Crush
Run, whatever the...
Living a soft life.
It was the guy on the other side. Oh, God, really? Okay. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Let them fight the guards. Let them fight the guards. Let them fight the guards. That was such fail. Such fail. I didn't see the one on the other side. Fighting each other. Oh, God. I just realised it's probably going to get some guards killed, and they don't really deserve that. I mean, these guys are not the traitor guards, like the ones that betrayed me. Okay, maybe I should just... Okay, so these guys are going to start throwing stuff at me.
Look everywhere.
What? Are you hurt? Stay sharp.
There's still lots of them? Really?
Shit! Someone's shooting at us.
Well, you started it.
What?
God, you're stupid. Okay. Loot. Oh! Yale! You screwed me. Paolo was where you said he'd be, alone. We knifed him 50 times. He was choking blood when I drove a rail spike through the side of his head. Then he was just gone. And then there were nothing but a bunch of rats. Not sure how he pulled that trick, but you must have known, scumbag. Next day, Paolo came back with 10 howlers, got us a couple at a time, dragged Bianda and Thomas screaming into the street and bashed their teeth out with a hammer. Put that crazy powder in their eyes, had them seeing terrible things, screaming like carnival clowns, mouths all running red. Then Paolo gave the word, and they shot him with these screaming darts they used. I stayed hid. So I'm finished, asshole, and I bet you were working with the howlers all along. I swear if I ever see you again, I'll stick you, Sabine. Okay, so does he have powers? Is that what you're saying? Do I have a... Okay, so this... Oh, hello. This all went sideways rather quickly, didn't it? Yes, it did. On the bright side... We've tested out the crossbow, and it works rather nicely. Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, that did make my nice, quiet, stealthy, let's not get into trouble approach totally and utterly fail. Yes, it did. And I may have got a few guards killed, because... Yeah. What am I... Whose footsteps are those? Okay. Is there still a guard left?
She's back.
Oh, wow, they really did kill these guards. They killed these guards deader than dead. Okay, well... Well, it wasn't me! Who am I...
Let me guess. That's her again.
What? Okay. Bone charm 14 meters. Brilliant, brilliant. That's... I'm gonna go get it. Okay, this went... really badly, didn't it? Yes, it did. Okay. So, there was a guy over there, and I missed him. I thought it was just somebody over there. Okay. Bosses beware, when we're screwed, we multiply. Okay, if you... I was going to say I'm hearing something. Hello. Nice. One room. Acquire new power. Yeah, I think I want to wait one more and get this slow down time thing, the snap reaction. Yes, I do. Although... I'm also wondering about this. Time slowed down when you slide with a pistol or crossbow. Allow it so I can slide and shoot people in slow-mo. Yeah, I'm supposed to be avoiding conflict. Although, you know, it's always good to have options when that option gets removed. Okay, that's a back door.
Not this time.
Okay. This is a back door. The door is blocked. But apparently, I can still look through the keyhole. Pawn shop. Anything nice? You wouldn't have thought there'd be anything left at this point. We got... Is that a... No, that's a shutter. Okay. So. Those guys, I don't think are hostile.
You bet.
Okay. Bone charm is up there. And there. These guys don't look hostile.
Where am I gonna find the money for that?
Okay. And then we can get on the roof. Okay.
Nah, not this time.
Food. The Spy Master's axis of asymmetry. Okay. Bango coastline. Oh. I thought maybe that was a map. Could it be? No. Whatever that was. Right. A reflection on my journey to the Pandician continent 2. Right. I got number 3 of this, but not number 2. We were only miles from shore when our approach was marred by numerous hidden reefs and jagged rocks. They lay shallow, and we spied 2 vessels that had succumbed to them some time ago. The remaining crew was uncharacteristically silent as we edged by the weathered wrecks. The first mate declared a particularly narrow channel to be unpassable, but the captain dispatched 10 crewmen onto the submerged coral with sledgehammers. Thereafter, each chest deep in water, they pulled the Antonia Aquilo into the tiny channel with ropes. It proved a marvellous solution. However, just as we were about to lower the rope ladders, tragedy struck as the men were beset by a school of reef-dwelling eels. Apparently their toxic bites were quite painful. From the railing, we could see them swarming the men, who begged us for aid, but succumbed to the paralytic effects of the toxin. Within moments, all were still in the water. We continued on in silence, and by sunset, we had cleared the bars and put anchor in a bay with a red rock beach and emerald overgrowth beyond. I confess I was near giddy to put my feet on land again. The smell of ripening fruits and warm earth was as pleasing to me as cherished vintage. We gathered wood and made fires and indulged in some tinned meat and lemons from our stores. How good it was to slumber on the beach, with a crackle of embers nearby. Having finally escaped the cramped and damped quarters of our vessel, we took turns with the watch and passed a quiet night. At last we stood on Pandician soil. Yeah, I hope you drank for the dead sailors that you left behind. Right, so we now... That was... Is it? No, it's law. This was number 2, but I think I got number 3 ages ago and didn't read it because I was waiting for number 2. There it is. At dawn, I set out with a group that foraged east and included 2 other natural philosophers and 4 crewmen. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly there and slowly made our way away from the shore up a steep incline. Our purpose was to gather samples of the native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and stems between pages and taking copious notes on several species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously, when suddenly young Mr. Gravett from the academy began hopping around and screaming wildly. Chance had bade him pick up an unfortunate place to step. An aggressive ant-like creature swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that we quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. Oh, good grief. We finally managed to pull Gravett from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we had come to his aid. Mr. Gravett, however, was bitten or stung, as I would eventually discover. So many times he was barely recognisable. Swollen unto deformity over every inch of his person, moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples. You know, Anton, occasionally you do seem
Bet my last coin is gonna be Brian Hagfish
a
again.
little on the callous side. We have got rather a lot of books to read, but before I do that, I just want to have a quick look round to check. There's the bone jar. Empty bottles. Alright. I just want to check that I am in fact alone. Okay. Whoever it was, it looks like they just nipped out. Okay, right, let's just, well, Black bone charm. Apparently I can pick it up without smashing the case. Fleet fighter. Okay, let's have a look at this one. What have we got here? Assassin. I like this one for the extra bolts. Recover from fall slightly quicker. I like that idea. Let's replace the bolts one then, just, or at least see. Fleet fighter. Your movement is not slowed when your weapons are unsheathed. Oh. Are they? Were they hindered before? I actually did not know that, so that is kind of nice to know. Let's just take that one off and replace it with Lucky Jam. Actually, some of these might be useful now. Health regeneration rate is half. Take less damage from falling. Void. Let's just take that for now. Am I running slower? Difficult to know. Let's. Okay, and let's take. I don't feel much slower. I really don't. Let's just take their word for it though, and assume I am in fact going to move slightly faster when I am wielding that. And let's face it, normally when I run, I'm running arms out, so okay. Fine. Running away or running towards an enemy, which is not something I normally do. Although I might want to. I might want to start trying to slam. That's okay if there's one opponent or you're trying to get through a bunch, I think. Yes, indeed. Right, what have we got? We've got The Southern Winds by Caleb Manley, natural philosopher. Cherished students and learned colleagues, have you not heard the tales of Seconus and the beauty of its people? I pose questions today that I hope to answer in great detail. Let's start with the ones commonly asked by travellers for many decades. Does the warmer clime affect the spiritual outlook of a people? Are those born in Tivia, Morley and Gristol possessed of a more taciturn nature through the geographic and meteorological conditions of their birth? And are these subjects influenced by the obscure currents of warmer water and air that are channeled across the dreadful ocean from the Pandician continent itself? We know so little about that far land. In my travels, I have been impressed with the commonality shared across all cultures, but also the differences. It's my goal to illuminate these areas of inquiry, and I will share at least one spicy Seconan recipe with you before the day is done. Caleb Manley, natural philosopher. Alright. No, I've read that one. That one I've read. Wasn't there another one? There we go. The Child Empress. There was a definitive moment when people stopped calling Emily Caldwin the Child Empress. It came after an ambush by the Regenters, an extremist group who wanted to return Dunwall to the authoritarianism of the Lord Regent's time. On the way back to Dunwall Tower, Caldwin's carriage was blocked between two gates, and her attackers fired in pistols, and even thrown a grenade. With the royal protector too far away to be of service, the young Empress, only 14, found herself all alone in the carriage, save her friend Alexei Mayhew. Caldwin supporters are lucky that Mayhew was there, as she was brave enough to grab a grenade that had landed at their feet, throwing it back at the assailants and saving the Empress. When one of the men dropped down from the forward gate, it was Emily Caldwin who yanked free a short railway brace and beat the man senseless with it. With the city watch closing in, the two girls held their ground against the debris of the carriage until the situation was secure. It is said that Emily Caldwin refused to have the regenters executed for their crimes, and this is hailed by many as her first adult decision as Empress. Cited for her heroic actions, Alexei Mayhew was commissioned by the City Watch when she turned 18 and was later made captain by Emily Caldwin herself. Right. See, even then, I was being nice to people and not having them viciously executed. Okay. So, just want to check what's for sale. We'll see. Maybe if I get some spare cash together, or, you know, reclaim my my kingdom, empire. Maybe I'll think about, you know, buying an apartment for no apparent reason in this neighborhood. Okay. I have no real reason for being in here. I lied. Yes, I did. I may be merciful on occasion, but I must admit, I do occasionally tell the odd porky. Okay, not helpful. Okay, so, a place filled with stuff, and bone charm is over there.
Time? Maybe I just won't pay it all. Who's gonna say anything?
Who's going to say anything? Probably the landlord. Right, so... yeah, big problem, of course, is what is the combination? Note from Corey Brockburn. Janice, you'll find everything in the safe. I've written the combination in the usual place. You know where to look in the office. All right, okay, we're ransacking this place. I changed all the safe tumblers recently because I feel like I'm being followed. Pretty sure I heard shuffling and heavy breathing from somewhere nearby in the dark, and I was closing up the office for the night. It's not the Grand Guard this time. We're being watched for certain. It's probably safer to postpone our next gathering. Can you warn the others? I'll leave for Calero when I'm done with today's clients. Corey Brockburn. Okay. You've left it in the usual place. I am curious where the usual place is. It's not on top. So where would you leave the combination to your... just coins? Oh, no. Open up. Come on. Just give me the coins. Be careful not to accidentally close it before you... There you go. Right, so it wasn't in there. It's not something mind-numbingly obvious, like, you know, like a post-it on the safe. Because, you know, I've seen worse security protocols. Is that a 1? Is that a what? 8? Is that an 8? That's an 8, isn't it? That's an 8. 830. I think it's an 8. Actually, you know what the sensible thing to do? I know it's 3 and 0. Do 3 and 0 and then just rotate through on the other one. But I'm pretty sure it was 8. Alright, it wasn't. It was 0. That was a 0? That's not a 0. Oh, you smudged the 8 out. I got it. Aha. Gathering of the Regenters. All right. Yeah. All members present. Primary agenda, possible actions for the upcoming anniversary of the death of Empress Jessamine Caldwin. The proposal by Corey Blackburn, letter to the Karnaca Gazette, explaining that while her murder was reprehensible, the end result may have been positive for the Empire. Motion approved unanimously. Proposal by Janice Times. Members wear the Lord Regent's crest armbands on the... So these guys... Okay. These guys just can't stand me and want me dead. Okay. In which case, was there anything else I missed? Did I see any items? No. Flammable, lots of flammable. I could set fire to the place. Okay, don't be petty. Don't be petty. It's not worth it. Much. And I did notice some cupboards. Did you have anything there? Thank you very much. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. Yes, I do. Now. Taxes, taxes, taxes. I hear you. Yes, I do. Okay.
When the Grand Guard go into the place and see it packed solid with blood flies, they burn the building to the ground. And the ones on either side.
They may just smoke flash it. Either way, the jewels will be ruined. We're not getting our money, are we?
Have some faith. It'll just be more complicated than I thought it would be.
The Dukes let the blood flies get out of hand.
Right, okay. I wondered whether he was a beggar and I could pay him something or they were going to say something useful. It does not seem like that is the case. Right, let's go. I can't help but wonder, can I make that jump? But I don't actually want to try, just in case I can't. Okay. So, bone charm. Now, I'm supposed to be getting in here. Enter the carriage. Rewire the wall of light. Do I really want to rewire it? Do I need to rewire it? I kind of want to do it because it's on my list of things to do. That makes sense. Have I been in there? Have I been in there? I can't remember if I've been in there. Oh no, that's going to kill me. That is actually going to kill me. Surely I've been in there. Surely I went in there. Did I close the door behind me? I must have closed the door behind me, and then I... Of course I did. Of course I went in there. I remember that now. There's a dead guard. Yes, right. So where's the gate? The gate is actually below me, isn't it? Okay. Actually, there was a door that was blocked. I don't know how to unblock it. That's... Okay. Rewire that.
Damn it, I need to pee.
Not totally sure getting up here is any use. And there was a door at the back, but it was blocked, which... Have they not noticed that all their friends are dead outside? I mean... There's been a bit of a massacre out here, boys. You should probably be out here investigating. Alright. Well, it looks like...
Who's there?
No one. That was stupid. That was stupid. How do you know my footsteps from other people's footsteps? There's loads of people around this place. Could have been anyone. Okay. So. Was there...
I wonder who that was.
Who? The person zipping around on magical grapples? Yeah. That, I mean... Okay, so I've got to rewire the thing. Is there any other way in? I don't think there is. I mean... Honestly, I think...
Got nothing better to do.
Who was that? Can I, like, zip onto the other side of him, drop on him, and... like, you know, whiz over his head and then turn around and smash him? What is he doing? That's not gonna... is that gonna pull him towards me? That might. Alright. Oh, that's not a guard. That's a howler. Alright, I suppose I don't actually need to kill him. Leave him alive. You can tell the tale. Don't mess with me. Alright. Dear, oh dear. So. It's that, okay? You want me to rewire this? How was I actually supposed to get here without killing all these guys? Probably have to take them all out. Okay. Our cherished Duke Luca Abel has returned safe to Karnaca after his successful enterprise to unseat the illegitimate Empress Emily Coldwin. Empress Delilah Coldwin, the rightful heir to the throne, has been installed as sovereign over all nations and has already implemented numerous improvements throughout the Empire of the Isles. Upon his return, the Duke announced his plans to host a gala in honour of the Empress Delilah at the Grand Palace. The merchants in Karnaca are hereby ordered to add a celebration tax to all sales so that citizens can enjoy the privilege of contributing to this upcoming event. Oh, you are so going to be popular. The resulting monies from the new tax will be collected by the Grand Circonan Guard until such a time as adequate funds have been amassed. You suck at propaganda. Seriously, you do a coup, you take over a coup, and what you do is you announce you're reducing taxes and giving away free stuff, even if it breaks the bank. And then you tax everyone later on.
Maybe I should just work a double shift.
Or you tell the merchants to tax the people, but you tell the merchants not to tell the people they're taxing the people. And then everyone hates the merchants, not you. You don't... and okay, you know what? Stop worrying about that. Okay, here we go. Rewind. Okay! So I don't have to do any weird... okay, brilliant. So I've rewired it. How does that help me out? Because I don't really think I can just walk through the front door. Wait. Didn't I just rewire it? Why is it on? It's on. It's still on according to this, isn't it? I mean, I'm not going through there. That's going to zap the living
Someone's always claiming they
daylights out of me.
assailant or some other rubbish. I say it's a false alarm.
I mean, look at that. That's a zippy, 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 zippy. Okay. See, the rails zip. Or is it like rewired to accept me? Is that what it is? It's not depowered. It's rewired so I can now walk through it. I gotta tell you, I'm not sure I want to test that theory out. But right now, I'm not totally sure I have any choice. I suppose I could zip up there and then creep through. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm...
I need new boots. Just don't fit right.
okay, I'm not going on there. That is definitely going to electrocute me. That is definitely going to electrocute me. Okay. So, there's no other way in. At least... tell you what. As soon as all the guards are dead, why don't I just...
Hey!
oh, I'm sorry. Oh, God, you scared me half to death.
Hey!
Okay, I'm sorry. Just stop it. Don't make me stab you all.
My own voice.
See, I can get through there, but...
Stone wall.
how do I turn the...
Listen.
is there any way to turn the power on? Clockwork Soldier Basics. To all personnel, after last week's disaster, the Grand Inventor Kirin Jindosh circulated the following information related to his Clockwork Soldiers. All Grand Guard personnel should read this report. The Clockwork Soldier is protected by armoured wooden plates. If some miscreant destroys these, then there's nothing protecting the vulnerable mechanism underneath. Okay, good to know. If someone knocks off the Clockwork's head, the thing will attack anyone it can, ally or not. That means you. Knock off the head. Given the expensive optics Mr. Jindosh has provided each Clockwork with, they can see in the front and in the back. Remember that if another one of them goes haywire... Oh, right, okay. Don't sneak up behind them. If some fool is able to get close enough, there's a small panel on each Clockwork that can be rewired, which will invert their perception of friend and foe. Again, this means you get attacked. Keep those things in mind, and the Clockworks will be an asset, not a liability. 3rd Lieutenant Fiora Diaz. Okay. Still not helping. So. I can't... I suppose I could zip up there and then grapple further in. Was there anyone down at the... Okay. Are there any other guards? Or did... Green! Does green mean I'm okay? Green means you're fine. Green means go. Green means go, right? Green does not mean stand there looking stupid. Okay, we're going. Okay. I never had any doubt.